The world abounds in change through man's ability.
Hey, in that case, welcome to Foulcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Ken.
I'm Doug.
I'm Bruce.
This guy fucks.
Yeah. Oh, we want to know if he does, at least.
One of my coworkers walked up to Bill the other day and started telling him a story about his dad. And we were talking about roller coasters, and he's like, "Yeah, my family was never all that into roller coasters, and my dad, well, he doesn't ride much of anything anymore since he had a heart attack." Bill's like, "Does he still pound vag?"
Now, was he asking if he programs or was he asking if he fucks?
I think he was asking if he fucks. No, Bill's got a pretty goofy sense of humor.
Yeah, after I have my heart attack, I probably won't be fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Defucks after a heart attack.
Anyway, thank you.
Can't confirm.
Josh, you lobbed us a slow ball with that one, but I can't knock that one out of the park. It feels bad.
Can confirm.
What is you didn't fuck before the heart attack?
Yeah. Okay. All right, Butch.
So, as I don't know if everybody's aware of this. Timeline-wise, this is our 10th year of podcasting, which is cool.
10 years.
Mm-hmm. Timeline-wise.
So like 2012 is when we started recording.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
Oh.
No, it can't be.
No, because this is only 2022.
This must be 11. This must be our 11th year.
Yeah, because I think
So
I
then
moved
this
into
is our...
Pineford in 2012, right?
Huh?
I think 2012 was when we moved to Pineford, right?
No.
No?
Were you in Pineford for a year?
Oh, probably.
Well, I just know that because I moved into my house when you moved over here.
Oh, you're right.
And I moved in February 2013.
We would have had to be in Pineford for a year because that was how long the lease would have been signed for. So we would have been there for at least a year, and we moved out of there in early 2013.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's when I moved into my house. It was like the same week.
Do you remember if at that time the rent prices were skyrocketing? Because that's why my mom had left.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you guys used to live in
Yeah,
Pineford.
Elmwood, 13 Elmwood, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we are past our 10-year anniversary then.
Oh.
And it must have happened during the pandemic.
Probably, yeah.
That's what I think happened.
Hmm.
So,
Celebrating 10 years of dick and fart jokes.
yeah.
I love
And
that.
AIDS and Maya Angelou's a dirty bitch
Yeah,
jokes.
which we have an
Yep.
update. Bruce and I were deep in a phone conversation the other day. He let me know she indeed was a dirty bitch.
Oh, yeah?
Wait, really?
Maya Angelou
Yeah.
fucked?
She was a sex worker.
Yeah, she was a sex worker.
Oh.
Oh.
Maya
So
Angelou
there you
fucked.
go.
I mean, more power to her, and I do still apologize for saying Maya Angelou is a dirty bitch.
Yeah, she could have been a classy sex worker.
I don't know.
Oh. Hey, even if she wasn't.
Not in those days, man. Not in
No.
those days.
You weren't there.
He's a historian of sex work.
Well, actually, she used to stand on 10th,
Yeah.
the corner of 10th and Green.
But I have a random update on an early story.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to avoid saying because I don't remember if we cut it or not, but do you guys remember that time that I got some guy's phone number? And we looked him up.
And he called, or that he left a message?
Yeah.
No, we didn't call.
Ken's bear.
Yeah, I was the bear.
Oh,
No, I was
yeah,
the bear.
yeah.
You were the bear. He
I was the bear
cub.
with this guy.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So, I don't know.
Shit, I forgot all about
Yeah,
that.
I did too.
Right?
Wow.
And then we looked, and Dustin looked him up, and we found his, he was
Oh,
into,
yeah.
dirty underwear and shit.
Yep.
Well, I Googled that screen name today in the middle of a meeting that I wasn't paying attention
Oh,
to.
man.
It just pop into your head.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
You still remember the screen name? Shit, I barely remember this happened.
It didn't happen to you.
True. It's true. Oh, man.
So I found person's Twitter.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Happily married. Which is good. Happily married.
To a gentleman?
To a bear.
Okay. Okay.
But his Twitter feed was just him bitching about not getting his HIV medication.
Oh.
He might have dodged a bullet there. I mean, this was 10 years ago.
It was, yeah, I don't know. And it's not the disease it was when we were young. And then I clicked media. I don't know why I clicked media.
Oh, I know why you clicked media.
I saw this guy's asshole. I was like,
A whole ass.
oh
of an
man!
asshole.
It was like it was just like he tagged somebody and then it was just him fucking bent over and spread.
Imagine tagging someone. Your asshole.
Was your video camera on while you were?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
people saw you go like,
I think it probably was like because I was looking on this screen and I'm sure it went something like this. Because I had to cover my mouth. I know I was muted on the meet because we were waiting for a meeting to start, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, man.
So there's your update.
That's a good update.
It's a
He's
pretty good update.
still out there doing his thing.
I
mean-
Party Dog's asshole.
Here he is. It's
The
another
lie
one.
detector test just told us that was a lie.
Yep, that happened.
Now, he does just have HIV. It's not full-blown AIDS.
Yeah.
"Thanks
So?
for talking us off."
Well, he's happily married. You know,
Yeah.
he's got dogs. He wanted a piece of this.
What if it tied into that, there's another, like, old Shoutcast story about they were having, like, HIV parties.
Oh my.
God damn.
HIV parties?
Yeah,
Where
they'd have, like,
everybody
HIV
gets
parties
it, so they don't
at
have to worry about catching
sex
it.
clubs. Yeah, they'd take their fingernails and scratch each other's assholes open, and then they'd fuck
You
them.
don't need to do it that way. I don't remember that part.
I remember that part.
I'm pretty sure you could just kind of
No, man, it's not like chicken pox.
you could be blood brothers, like little pricking, little rusty soda can, and you're in the club.
Well, now hold on a second, because if you're gonna get HIV, do you want someone to scratch you with a thing, or do you want to fuck their ass?
I don't want to get fucked to get it.
I think if you're fucking the ass, you're a lot less likely to get HIV.
Oh,
Yeah. You're a lot more likely to
Yeah,
get it
because
if you're getting
nothing
fucking ass.
as much is going into you.
Yeah,
Because your shit's going out.
I mean, they're probably used to like some degree of anal tearing.
Bruce is just sitting here like,
Take the hell of a week to walk over. Some degree of anal tearing.
I would have done the joke where you get up and start walking to the door, but I'm too comfortable.
We won't see him for another 6 months. First, this motherfucker asks me for a microphone.
That's the name of my gay core band. Some degree of anal tearing.
that's a pretty good
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
That might get a following.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. If I was looking up music,
you can sell some t-shirts.
If I was looking at music on a file sharing service like SoulSeek or whatever, and
Yeah.
I just happened to see a band
That's
called
right.
Some Degree of Anal Tearing, immediate download.
Yeah, that's right.
Immediate
That's right.
download.
That's right. You're not playing.
Hey.
Probably not going to get very far on American Idol, but
That's my niche. I'm gonna open a Fiverr. You're gonna pay me to name your band.
that's a fucking great idea.
And no matter what they say their band is, you always tell them they should call their band Some Degree of Anal Tearing. Until somebody does it.
Yeah.
And the bonus is you get $5 every time.
Yeah. For an additional $5, I will describe your band. Like, listening to this band gives me like a feeling like I have some degree of anal tearing.
Yeah.
You'll be paying taxes on that next year.
You think you're gonna get enough business out of it? You're gonna have to file?
I know. I mean, naming bands is hard. I think people definitely need a little bit of help with it.
I don't think people give a shit anymore. There's some really bad band names out there.
Deathstroke.
Hey,
It's a terrible name for a band. I'm sorry.
that was a fucking wonderful name.
Didn't you guys just reach into a bag of hero clicks to name the band?
I think he saw the hero click.
Probably.
I mean, we weren't going to be like Cheshire Cat, Abby Danger.
Henchman number 3.
Yeah,
Happy Danger would probably be like a 90s punk band.
Abby. Yeah, you could be Abby Danger, I guess.
They'd be from like Berkeley. Nobody would care about them today.
If it was a female-fronted punk band, it could have been like 80s.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have been called Abby Danger because that was from the Danger Girl comic, which was like, I don't know anything about it. I was gonna say, I mean, they were big-titted women in the comic, but I don't know if they were overly sexualized or not. Probably
Might not have been a super feminist punk band.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
No, they came from Berkeley, so
Okay.
they would have had strong feminist ideals.
That's true.
Which pretty much
Also
means
a,
they're lesbians.
Huh?
Which pretty much means they're
Hankering for
lesbians.
heroin.
Yeah, they're
That would have been an E EP.
hankering for heroin.
By Abby Danger?
Yeah.
Or by some degree of anal tearing?
You don't want to know what they hankered for.
So they're like the Runaways, but 10 years later.
Yeah,
Trying to think of another H word that they could have a hankering for.
heroin.
Ham.
That makes sense.
I got a hankering for him. I sure do.
Some degree of anal tearing. Hankering for ham.
That's not bad.
If I saw that in a record store,
Yeah,
You would absolutely buy that.
Yes.
You would buy that on name alone.
I might never listen to it.
No, you will buy that just because you're like, whatever collections I collect is not complete unless I have that record.
Yep.
Come on a ham-shaped picture disc.
Hankering for ham. That's like the Pork Dukes of album names.
Oh, man. There's a name from the past.
Oh, man.
I never got over the fact that there's a band called the Pork Dukes.
That guy was wearing a Pork Duke shirt the one day.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
There's also a band called Country Bobbin's Blood.
There are, and that's another one. They're right up there with
Ah.
Hankering for Ham.
Do you remember?
They could write a song called Hankering for Ham.
Oh, they probably have.
Yeah.
Do you remember your reaction to hearing Country Bobbin's Blood?
Country Who and the What Farmers?
Yep, that's it. Tracy.
How you doing? You look sexy, Doug.
Yeah, no.
Thanks.
Look at them titters.
Yeah, I got my titters out. I came downstairs when Josh came in. I was like, because the zipper was stuck initially, and I'm like, I mean, it's a look, but
I mean, if you had like some rhinestone glasses on, you'd have really pulled it off.
it's Mountain John look.
It's old Bob Sacamano right there.
I don't have rhinestone glasses, but I do have those mirror finish mother spot glasses. They would probably work.
I saw some glasses on wrestling. She had like little triangles down here, and across her eyes it just said "that bitch." I was like, where do I get those?
I'm about to answer that question for you, Ken.
I couldn't find them too quickly.
Really?
They might have been customs.
So you did look them up.
A quick look. So I was like, if these are $10, Doug's getting a present.
Oh man.
Or we could, like, whoever has the Butterweight championship could wear those.
You are the current Butterweight
Then I'd be
champion.
wearing.
These don't have.
I'd be the that bitch champion.
These don't have triangles, but here's Lizzo's custom glasses.
Yeah, they're kind of like that.
It's just says
There's
that.
no glass. That's just 2 words across her eyes.
That is how I accessorize.
Well, they're sold out. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Alright.
You guys want to see his asshole? I
Not
can find it for you.
particularly.
I can find it for you again.
Do you want to show us his asshole?
No, I don't want to look it up, but I don't want to, deprive anybody.
You don't want to leave anyone hanging.
I mean, if you wanted it, I could show you. But
Yeah, get his asshole out.
I don't want to get his asshole out.
You got to bring it up for the group.
Here we go.
I don't want to get his asshole out as I reach for my phone. Oh, wouldn't it be something if we've come a long way in 10 years? I mean, I guess you two have. You're both married.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like coming that far.
There you go.
Ken, I'm gonna need you to remind me real quick while I hang out with you. Oh, it's some degree of anal tearing.
Yeah, that's right.
That kind of thing.
What if you would have shared up and showed your screen to everybody in the
Oh my god.
See, it would have been weird because one of the guys on the meeting is one of the guys on the work Discord where it's like anything goes. He would have probably been like, "What the fuck?" And I could have told him the story, but the other guy would have had no idea what was happening.
That'd be great if you had it in the background. You accidentally clicked on it.
Or like, it's my background. It's right here.
It's like a halo.
I just stand up and I'm like this. No, nothing.
Did I tell you about my meeting mishap?
No,
Fairly
I don't think you did.
recently? It's not a super interesting story, but since we're on the subject, it was the first time I'd ever gotten the birds on camera during a work meeting. So everybody was like, "Oh my god, look at the birds!" And then
Fucking idiots have
That
never
was Sam,
seen
wasn't
birds before.
no, he wasn't in that meeting. And then in the background, Casey walks in, and I had forgotten she was getting ready to like go somewhere, so she had just gotten out of the shower, and she was. Alright.
Oh, y'all are together and y'all look cute. I want to get a picture.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were just coming down the stairs and then you weren't here. We keep...
See, that's what she says. She goes upstairs and she's like, "Look at these fucking losers sitting
showing each other.
every fucking week."
Thinking, they look really cute down there. I'm gonna take a picture.
Now she's trying to show someone your shirt.
Right.
Look at it. Look at them tits.
Doug's nips are ablaze in the northern sky.
Wow, that's a death metal record.
That sure is.
Yeah.
What the fucking band was that?
Top post
Dark
on
Throne.
man
Yeah.
nips. On dudes' nips in shirts or something. I don't know. Anyways, Casey came through the background.
Casey came in the background, butt-ass naked, and just goes and stands in front of her closet looking for clothes. She doesn't realize my camera's on. I don't realize she's back there until one of my coworkers is like, "Doug, close your webcam."
Oh,
And I was like, "What? Oh, fuck." And just turned off my camera. And I was like, "I'm so sorry." And then I muted myself and apologized to Casey, too. It turned out that was the only person who actually saw it.
Okay.
well, I mean, no one's going to fess up. They're like, "We're not going to make this awkward."
Well,
More
maybe.
awkward.
Like, I said something later to one of the other people that was in the meeting, and I'm like, "Hey, really sorry about that. Like, that was poor planning on my part." And she was like, well, what are you talking about?"
Okay.
I'm like, "Oh, when Casey's ass was on camera during that meeting," and she's like, "I didn't see that."
I gave you an out, Doug.
She'd just been like, "Nothing." She wouldn't have let it go.
Yeah, I never had anything like that. Dogs show up on camera. Cats assholes. Lots of cat assholes.
I mean, you couldn't see Casey's asshole.
That'd be kind of weird if she came in sprinting.
Yeah. Right? Just steps in front of her closet, just bends over and spreads something.
Sometimes you gotta get the air in there.
Yeah, she's
And somebody's like, don't turn off your camera.
she's got a fan going on.
And somebody else is like, no, don't.
Yeah, don't keep it on.
She turns the fan on the high. I bet we don't look cute now.
She gets the heat gun.
I mean, there were times I squatted in front of a fan to dry my balls.
I've never done
Yeah, try it out.
I normally dry
It's
with.
luxurious.
I dry with the Gold Bond. I do the chinchilla bath.
Just roll around in dirt.
Oh, Gold Bond. That's why I call it a chinchilla bath. Advocating that it be called the chinchilla bath because it makes sense and I like it because they're cute.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna walk in here next week looking like Officer Farva from Super Troopers. Just coated in powder.
I was going to say, or powder from Powder.
Yeah, that movie Powder.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Remember that?
Sure, that's classier.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't remember a whole lot about that movie. Is it Alien or something?
Mhm.
I don't know anything. I know it's a guy covered in powder.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah, really.
I just remember Old People. That was the Old People one, right?
Maybe.
Uh,
Or is that Patch Adams?
No, Patch Adams is about a clown.
Okay.
I think Powder was telepathic and he could communicate with animals and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think it was...
You're
I don't
thinking
remember
Cocoon.
Cocoon.
With Wilford Brimley.
Oh, wow.
Was Powder in Cocoon?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure was.
If you look up Powder on IMDb,
You love Powder. You'll love Cocoon.
Powder has a Wilford Brimley number of 1.
I forgot about that movie.
How old are we talked about that. How old was he when he did Cocoon? He was like 42 or something.
I
know
think
we
he's still alive, I think.
No,
Wilford
I
Brimley?
think,
No,
I
I think he
away.
died.
Recently.
Oh,
Within the past
recently.
like year or two.
Okay.
Don't look it up on your phone because it's going to say like 2017 or something.
Well,
Yeah, we,
How in the hell?
yeah, we do that quite a bit.
yeah.
No, I think he was just like
2020.
2020, okay.
yeah.
Who just died? Someone just died.
Yeah, he was born in Utah and died in Utah. Someone just
Ain't that the piss?
Someone just died that bummed a bunch of people out.
Oh, Taylor Hawkins.
Yeah.
Taylor Hawkins.
Foo Fighters drummer.
Right. Oh, I made the
Yeah.
insensitive remark in the group chat.
Yeah.
He kicked Bob Saget out of the headlines.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, MSN was just doing nothing but Bob Saget every single day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was
yeah,
all
that
over
was America's dad. We don't think of him as America's dad, but he was America's dad to a lot of people. We know him as a dirty, dirty comic.
Yeah, true. But I felt like everybody knew that he was a dirty.
Yeah, but not
comic
everybody
right now.
knew. Like, I think everybody knew, like, oh yeah, he was a comedian, and he wasn't a clean comedian. Because, like, everybody heard that. But nobody went in and, like, searched it out. Not everybody. You know what I mean? Not everybody goes, like, how dirty was Bob Saget? I need to know.
True.
But, you know, the weird thing is, like...
Was Bob Saget a dirty bitch?
I mean, you never really heard anything about Bob Saget. And then he died, and everyone was like, Bob Saget was just an angel of a person.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Like, Bob Saget knew everyone and kept in touch with everyone and made sure they were all, like, doing well during the pandemic and everything.
I watched an episode of Bob Saget's podcast where he had Gilbert Gottfried on. And I mean, if that episode was any indication of what the podcast on the whole was like, he just got another comedian on and they would just talk about shit for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But he was just bullshitting with Gilbert for like an hour. And man, they had some like really heartfelt reminiscences on that podcast. I'm just like, this is lovely.
That's what made WTF so great in my mind was how quickly Maron could get into like the emotional side of being a comedian with guys. And it's like, whoa, man, they're like,
Won't play a county fair.
they're like all miserable people.
Fucking Gallagher.
That episode was ridiculous.
This is insane.
That episode was ridiculous.
Both Gallaghers, now that I think about it.
All the Gallaghers.
Was there more than two?
No, there were two.
Okay.
But then there's Noel Gallagher and fuck him too.
Well, then there's another Gallagher too, because his brother was the other guy.
Yeah, his brother stole his act.
What was the other brother's name? Daryl?
No,
No.
Liam.
Liam Gallagher.
I thought you guys were talking about the comedian.
Comedian, we were.
Yeah.
And I just,
Yeah, he interviewed the Oasis guys too.
Mark
No.
Mayer? No. I
No,
just
they're
said
just
fuck
also
no.
called Gallagher.
I just said fuck that guy.
That county fair thing's like one of the saddest lines I've ever heard. Because, like, in Gallagher's head, he was fucking just tearing Mark Maron apart from some high throne of comedy. Like, you won't play the county fair! And Maron's like, why the fuck would I want to play the county fair?
It's not even the state fair.
No.
Just
It's the county fair. There's some dog shit counties out there, that's all I'm saying.
We should go do a live tour of county fair, live podcasts.
Yeah.
We fit right in.
We could get booked at a county fair.
Why are we booked at county fairs?
we have like this piece of shrink wrap up in case we get hit by watermelon pieces.
Could you imagine that people are there to just look at the local hogs, and we've got a fucking PowerPoint with some dude's Twitter asshole on it?
Yeah.
And Gallagher's on stage.
You know, that's not a bad idea. We should offer our services for county fairs and shit, just to record a live episode of the podcast. And everybody else will have the same question: why are they booked at the county fair?
I remember in the early days of NSF radio, like Sam talking about us doing shows at like HMAC, and me thinking like, why the fuck would anybody want to see us at HMAC?
Our show is not one that people would want to see.
There would be no reason for it to happen. There would also be no way I would say no, just to say we did it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we got into a Central Pennsylvania people documentary, and I didn't go to the premiere, but you guys were like, are they still talking or something?
Yeah,
Like,
well,
people did not like our
that's-
segment at
No,
all.
they didn't like our segment because it was like 20 minutes of the film.
Oh boy.
It was a lot of the
Yeah.
film, and a lot of it was just us laughing at our own jokes.
Yeah, and it
People
would have
don't
been
like
good
that
if
either.
like that was. I was like, oh man, he really because once we were the crescendo of the film,
Oh no.
and then when it ended, I heard a girl in the back go, "Finally."
Like the
We would have fucking.
I would
we would have
bet.
been signing We would have been signing babies out in the coffee area if he kept it to like 5 minutes.
I don't know. See, I like that we do this because it gives us a chance to like get together every week. It's like a perfect excuse. But it would mortify me thinking about Joe Blow hearing his podcast and then having to see the look on his face when I say something about anal fissures or anal tearing or whatever. Some degree of anal tearing. That's what it was. Like, could you imagine their face hearing that while watching that fucking thing?
Oh, if he put that in the film, yeah.
Yeah.
If I knew that conversation we just had was in there, I would have spent our entire segment facing the crowd.
Just grab the mic and turn it
Yeah, like I want to see how these people react.
I am very aware
I'll
this
watch it.
podcast is not for everyone.
Yeah.
It's probably not even for everyone in the room.
I mean, I haven't listened in a while.
There would be absolutely no reason at all for us to do a live show, but
It's fucking mortifying.
if somebody was willing to do it and did all the work, I'd be like, it's your funeral.
Yeah.
this is on you, buddy.
Like, you've heard our podcast
Yeah.
before, right? Like, you've heard it on a good day. That's as good as it gets. Like,
Like, I understand the guy who made that film has gone on and done some pretty solid things. And had some degree of
The
success.
film was good too. It's just our segment was just too long.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was too long and it wasn't interesting.
That only happens once. You know?
Yeah.
Anything else we're attached to is going right down the shitter.
Yeah.
If it was a live show though, where they cut the jokes tightly, I think it would have been you would have been a lot better off. They
Yeah.
could have cut it more in a comedy way.
Fuck.
Still looking for the magic, are you?
Always. Speaking of local films
Yeah.
that people are happy to see the end of,
We got old slime guy Dudley there.
I got all slimed up.
Slime Guy Dudley. I have not watched the film. I haven't watched the full film yet.
I did.
Did you watch the Skittles?
Oh,
thing?
1,000 times.
So good. Bruce, have you seen this?
What is it?
The-
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's great. Yeah,
Did you watch the whole movie?
I didn't watch the whole movie.
Yeah, I
but
didn't watch the
I
movie
will.
yet.
Okay.
I watched the Skittles part. That was fantastic.
I think it came out.
So I'm the only one that watched.
Oh, it came out great. Oh,
I'm going
yeah.
to. I just
I
didn't.
mean, considering it was shot in 3.5, 4 hours
With a fucking phone.
with a phone.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the new iPhone, and the new iPhone does have some awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
features.
fucked around with
is,
it. I've got the new. It's incredible.
It reminded me of Primer a little bit. It had like roughly
Yeah.
a Primer
Oh,
vibe.
sure, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty
see that.
solid.
I think
Yeah.
it was a lot easier to understand than Primer, despite the fact that there are missing scenes.
Yeah.
I didn't follow Primer all that well.
I
No,
had to look it up and read. It's a huge
that
Wikipedia
film
page on
is,
it.
or that the camera on that on the iPhone is.
The
You're
fucking-
gonna if that's all you have and you're starting out,
You're fine.
you're fine for
Oh,
a while.
absolutely, yeah.
You're fine for
Yeah.
a while.
You're fine up through like art house movies.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's great. The cinematic mode, where you can pull focus in
After the
post.
fact. Yeah.
What?
But didn't they shoot like a theatrical film on iPhone a couple years ago?
Oh yeah, they do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This was-
Tangerine was.
Yeah,
one that went
Tangerine
to-
was one of them.
Went to
Okay.
Sundance. Yeah.
David Lynch does not. On your fucking phone! That's my David Lynch being pissed at watching movies on a phone.
It's unbelievable
Pretty good.
though. You can make a feature length film on,
Yeah.
on a cell phone.
Yeah.
I bought some pro. They're like pro camera feature. Like you can unlock the pro features of it
Yeah.
and stuff. And I just fucked around with it. Like it's wild what you can do with it.
I watched the beginning of the movie, and Sam's getting so good with shots. Like I mean, it was a fucking phone, and he made it look like an independent film.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
No, he did have a tripod,
Okay.
but like, it's just a phone on a tripod.
Well, your character was getting work done, and he was doing all these like cool movements
yeah.
around your
Hey,
station.
he didn't
and
have a gimbal for that or anything.
That's the impressive part.
Yeah.
He's really good.
That's impressive.
Uh,
Because you can throw a phone on a gimbal,
yeah.
and it's a camera on
It's
the
gonna be
gimbal.
butter smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he used a gimbal. I think it was just handheld.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, there is stabilization you can fuck with too. So
But yeah, this
Okay.
movie's called Slime Time. You can find it on YouTube. We did it for the Joel Haver Make a Movie During the Oscars challenge. Yeah, shoot a whole movie in 3 hours, or if the Oscars run long, you get to keep filming. And then you have a week to edit it, and that's it. It's done. It's a movie. And it's supposed to be 40 minutes or longer. Because 40 minutes, I think, is the cutoff where the Academy would no longer consider it a feature-length film. So, like, that's the goal. We hit, like, 30.
or that's the minimum for it to be a feature length. Film.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I might have said that weird.
Gotcha.
We didn't hit 40. There were sequences that were mostly going to come together in post that didn't end up being as long as we thought
Yeah.
they would be. I just don't think Sam had enough time to.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about
together.
putting together action scenes, or
I mean, this is
cut
like
heavy scenes and stuff like. You're
CG,
like,
yeah.
you're like, oh god, we spent like 12 hours shooting. And it's like, oh yeah, we got half a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually took a 3D scan.
I
of
saw
my
it, yeah, he
entire
sent that to
body.
Yeah, he sent it to me, and he had you doing some fucking
Fucking Spider-Man
Mortal Kombat
flips.
moves and shit.
That was fun. We tried to get a better one on like later that
They
night.
sent that to me
but-
too, and it came
Yeah,
out
that-
terrifying.
That was bad. But yeah.
Was any of that dialogue written at all, or was that entirely improv?
So The conversations where the other person wasn't actually there with us, that was scripted because it kind of had to be.
Good.
So, like, Kramer's character has a phone call at one point, and then we also do a video call with Mr. Lobo. That's all scripted. But, oh, and the voiceover stuff was scripted too.
Okay.
But like all of the dialogue in the regular scenes was there were beats that we were supposed to hit, but yeah, that was all improv.
You guys did pretty well together. I thought you guys worked well.
I think Kramer and I work well together too. I like that guy.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, I think he's a far better actor than I am, but I think we work well together.
He's very good.
He's really good.
He's probably the best I've met locally. He's really good.
He's got a play that he wrote premiering next month, I think.
I'll have to go see that. He was in one. He did a couple nights in Gettysburg, so I saw him like a month ago in Gettysburg.
I don't think he's in this one. I think he just wrote it. But yeah, it takes place in Gettysburg. So.
Does he need an opening act?
Huh?
Does he need an opening act?
Live podcasters.
That, or we could put together some degree of anal tearing.
Oh no, that would be awesome. We're just like a slow jazz trio.
Looking for some degree of anal tearing.
We're up there just playing like fucking music, like elevator music, and
Doug has like a string bass.
yeah, and then like, thank you to the opening band, some degree of anal tearing.
You joke, Bruce, but if I had any excuse to buy a double bass, I'd own one.
That's awesome.
I almost bought one of those once upon a time.
They're sweet.
I was afraid if I broke a string, I wouldn't be able to replace it.
That's a legitimate concern.
Mikey emailed you, don't get that, Ken will kick your ass.
The guy doesn't talk to me. Didn't like Michael Bay's Turtles. We're not friends anymore. Fucking goof.
It was that.
Yeah.
It was that. I thought it was a Michael Graves record.
No.
It was Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, he posted a trailer for Michael Bay's Ninja Turtles, and I was like, man, I am done with this guy's movies. Like, this guy has never made anything I want to see.
Yeah.
It's just all CGI. And that crossed the fucking line.
That was it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, friendship with Ferratu has ended. Mudasir is my new best friend.
It's a damn shame.
No.
Is it?
Not really.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No, that's...
No.
I'm fine downsizing
All right.
some things there. You guy's a fucking weirdo, man. I ain't even gonna say cut that.
No.
I put it out there. That guy's a fucking weirdo.
Dude doesn't like me for no reason, so fuck him.
Wow. Yeah, I'll tell you what. If we do that competition again next year, which we still don't know the results of this competition because there were way more entries than he expected.
Wow.
Our number in line was 410.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot of people did this.
Is this the first year he did it?
It's the first year he encouraged other people to do it.
Yeah.
And was going to have like promote the movies that people
As a
make and
con-
stuff. Like,
Shit, 400.
it was like last year he did it himself.
Yeah.
And then this year he's like, fuck it, why doesn't everybody make a movie during the Oscars? Fuck the Oscars.
I mean, fuck the Oscars, but it's also Sunday night.
I mean,
It's like 8 o'clock, so I was like,
is this our first show since the Oscars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we skipped last week because I had to get my my windshield repaired.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the big Oscars hubbub.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Will Smith, huh?
Yeah.
People who are tired of hearing about it are going to hear about it like 4 weeks after the fact.
Jesus Christ, this again.
Fuck him.
Who? Which one?
I fuck Will Smith for being weird. I think
Fuck
he's a
Chris Rock for
Scientologist.
harassing the Smiths.
Whatever. I'll give Rock the pass.
I don't know. Apparently, like, Will Smith has been actively trying to get Chris Rock to leave him and his family alone for a really long time.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fuck them both, then.
But I mean, look, the joke was in poor taste.
Yeah.
However, you don't just go up on stage and slap a man in the middle of the Oscars.
You know who didn't think it was in poor taste? Will Smith.
Yeah, until he was told, hey, go slap him.
Wait, really?
He was
Will
laughing,
Smith
yeah.
was fucking laughing
He was
his ass
cracking
off.
up at
That's
it
that.
until,
That's
if you
funny.
see the footage, he was laughing at it, and then she was just like, and he was
Yeah.
like, oh, damn.
Jada gave him a look, and Will was like, fuck.
Guess I gotta go slap Chris Rock at the Oscars.
And then she, like, erupted when he slapped her, and now she's like, he should have never slapped him.
Yeah.
Violence isn't the answer.
What the hell?
They cut
Okay,
away.
so nobody
though.
gets to comment on this situation.
Yeah, fuck 'em all.
Nobody has any
Fuck
idea
'em all.
what's going on.
when Will was laughing, they cut back to Chris, and like in a split second, I guess I don't know if she just looked at him and he got pissed off.
Yeah,
but
there's footage of her, like,
Did
an
you see a
interaction
feed
between-
of? Okay.
it was like an interaction between the two of them.
Yeah,
Right before he goes
because
off
it's as I saw, it looks kind of unclear as to
Yeah.
what
No,
happened.
it was. I forget where I saw it, but there's some interaction between the two of them, and then
It was like that fast.
You gonna be the man in this open relationship? This one-way open relationship?
To finish my sentence, because I got derailed pretty hard there. By myself. I'm not blaming anybody else. If we do this again next year, we're not doing a fucking melt movie.
yeah,
in 3
that's a
hours.
little wild.
We knew it was too ambitious.
Yeah, sure.
Like at one point, I was like, we were planning things, and I was like, well, I could make like some goop. Wait, can we make a melt movie in 3 hours? And Sam's like, I'm into it. So we did.
That's a plague doctor.
Yeah. His name's Dr. Plague, actually. He's very soft.
I respect it.
Told you, I see them shits everywhere.
Yeah. Plague doctors?
Mm-hmm.
Kevin? I'm not usually one for this kind of thing, but that could be a potentially bad omen. I mean, I guess we are in the middle of a pandemic still, so.
When I went to get my car repaired, after I finished up and they were checking me out, they called me up to the desk, and I noticed the chick checking me out has a Social D tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
So it like fires up in my brain. I'm like, oh, another punk. How do I show that I'm also a punk?
Right? Without looking.
And then I'm like, I wish I'd left my Plex running in my car. And then when they got in, and I'm like, why do I want anyone to fucking even
know.
talk to me?
I know.
Like,
I had that feeling when I saw a kid in a fucking Blitzkid shirt.
oh man.
And I was just like, nah. That's a weird conversation.
And I was just like sizing up the situation. I'm like, that's a pretty muddy Social D tattoo. Is it really even a punk? And then I look up and, oh yeah, she's got a mohawk, so yeah, fucking 75% chance.
Yeah, and like, you know, like what's the proper way? Like, do you say up the punks anymore?
Yeah. Finally, I was like, fucking, yeah, just. I gave him my card, gave him my keys, let me get out of here.
Yep. It's like my neighbor, their daughter she's a punk rock kid. She's always walking around in Bouncing Souls shirts, and I'm like, well, I don't want, like, we like pass each other walking the dogs, and I'm just like, I don't want to come off as like hitting on the neighbor's daughter just by saying like, yeah, I like the Bouncing Souls. So I don't even.
Yeah, that wouldn't go out down well for you.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you know what? Nah.
All you need is some little kid being like, oh my god, the neighborhood punk is so hot. So, suddenly you gotta go home and tell Dee, like, hey, this 16-year-old has a thing for me.
That's not.
She'd be like, no, she doesn't.
Yeah, she does not.
Like, Dee, you don't know how it works.
I'm sure she's seen you struggle, like walking, sweating, mowing the lawn and shit.
Listen, punks are slim pickings, okay? You got me when I started to get a little normal. You don't realize how weird I was back then.
I think it's hilarious when I like drop the dogs off. Specifically, the one day I had on a Burial Ground shirt, and it's a pallbearer press shirt, so it's very gory. And it, like, one section of it has Michael biting his, like, getting ready to bite his mom's tit. Oh. And I realized as I was leaving, how goofy I must have looked. Cause I'm walking in with that, and I'm like, "Have a good day, babies." They take the dogs back. Those girls have to be like, "That is the weirdest fucking couple."
Telling you, like, when I used to drive by the kid in the Dead Kennedy shirt skateboarding, I like turn my radio up a little. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna hear it," and be like, "That guy's fucking cool." Now I hit the mute button.
Did you queue up like, is it Bad Habit? The Offspring song?
Yeah.
Where he says, "You stupid, dumb shit, goddamn motherfucker." You cue it up so that it plays
Go
that while you're
blow
driving
that
past
kid's
him.
mind.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, "That old fuck is punk as fuck."
It's a real... I mean, think about our introduction. Like, we were in class with each other for a while until there was finally a song playing out of my backpack that...
Yeah.
Just by chance.
Yeah, that brought us together. Like, it's like a weird, like,
I was like, all right, I'm gonna feel this one out.
yeah, there's a punk kid over there.
Yep.
There's a punk kid over there.
I already opened my mouth. I guess I gotta see this shit out now.
20 years later, live on stage. All right, I'll stop saying that joke now.
I mean, if anybody ever offered, I would 100% be willing to take them up on that.
We should play a bar mitzvah.
I would let Bruce play me live.
Play you?
When they do the live show, you could go in my place. You can tell everyone you're me.
Okay. I thought you meant like play like an upright bass.
I thought he meant like shred. You're going to shred as you walk to the stage.
Play me and Bruce.
He's like playing Jimi Hendrix's national anthem as you walk to the ring.
I want to come into the solo from Over the Mountain.
Oh, that's hard to play. I can't play that.
I mean, I've heard you play it.
No, you did not.
You played it at a talent show.
That was crazy.
No, that was
Train.
crazy.
Yeah, he played
Did you
Crazy
do
Train.
Crazy Train? I thought you did Over the Mountain.
No,
No, it was Crazy Train.
I can't play that song.
Who
It's too
sang?
hard.
Was it Thompson?
No.
Did Mr. Thompson sing?
No.
No?
It was Mrs. Lewis and then
Okay.
Miss
The teacher.
Breckenmaker. Yeah.
Okay.
Maker.
Yeah. Who was the drummer?
Fulmini.
That's right.
That's
Yeah.
what you're thinking.
That's-
You know what I'm thinking of? When Mr. Fisher, in music class, asked us to bring in an example.
I played it
One
Over
of
the Mountain,
most-
yeah,
one
I
of the
played
most,
Over the-
like,
yeah,
impressive
yeah,
compositions
yeah.
we've ever heard. And I brought in Twist by Korn.
Yeah, I remember.
I brought in Helena by the Misfits.
Yeah, Jonathan Davis is making all these crazy noises, and Mr. Fisher goes, "That's scatting."
I remember, I think it was Takia Harris was sitting like a row behind me, and she's like, "Do you actually listen to that?" And I was like, "No, not that track at least."
I don't know what the hell I would bring in.
I don't know.
I didn't do that in my class.
I thought you were in our music
I was
class.
not
You
in
were
that
not.
music
It
class.
was
No,
just
Bruce and I
us.
took music class together.
Josh, you were
Yeah.
in that music class.
That was how I met you, I believe.
Yeah, we met in music class.
Yeah, yeah.
Did I meet you at the lunch table
'Cause
first, or was it that?
Probably.
Somebody brought in a Rage
Maybe
Against the Machine
I'd seen
song.
you around.
That was
Yeah.
John Swope.
And was it John Slow?
Yeah.
Okay. And Mr. Fisher turned it off halfway through. He's like, "I heard too many F-bombs." He's like, "I don't think he said the F word in that song at all, Mr. Fisher." And he's like, "Nah, I heard too many F-bombs."
Yeah.
I remember in middle school, I used to go to Mike Thompson's office, and he goes, "So who do you hang out with?" I was like, "I don't know, this person, that person." He goes, "Maybe Kenny Go Martin?" I said, "No, who is he?" And he's like, You'll bump into him. That was like 8th graders. So.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, and you were walking with Tony. You used to hang out with Tony those days. Yeah, okay.
I'm sure he's...
I saw you guys walking around a few times.
because we frequented. You probably saw us fucking around in Pineford a lot.
Actually, the flashes of memory I have from that era, or you just walk into class with him, or you're talking to him in the hallways or something.
You ever tell you he's gonna kick your ass?
I never told you I was gonna kick your ass. I would never say that to anybody.
You knew you couldn't back it up.
Yeah, fuck no.
I remember you and Josh.
Piss my pants and make it look like I could kick your ass. That's about it.
You and Josh were coming out of Giant one time in Middletown, and you had a Billy Joel shirt on.
Yeah.
And I thought it was hilarious, and you made a comment about it's the right size to match your dick when you pull your pants down.
Yeah, it looked like he was holding it the way he was standing. Yeah.
If you're gonna threaten something,
Now it doesn't look like that. It looks like he's like this. Yep.
if you're gonna threaten somebody, you have to do it like this. You've got to have no hair, shave your hair, have a beard, and say it very calmly and quietly, very close to their face. They will not call you out on it. That's the most intimidating shit in the world.
I'm gonna get there. I'm
What
not
do you
bald
say,
yet, but I could be.
What do you say?
I'm gonna kick your ass.
What did I say?
Yeah, like if you're threatening somebody.
Oh yeah, you go. If I ever see you do that again, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kill you. And what I mean by that is I'm gonna end your life.
And if you want to counter that, while they're leaning in close to you, whispering that they're going to kick your ass, you give them a big old smooch.
And if you want to counter that, you slip them some tongue on the
We're going in a different direction.
You're
You're just rolling around on the ground, jerking it.
Yeah. In 5 minutes, you're going reverse. You're going reverse cowgirl outside the Giant.
How about you name the episode Reverse Cowgirl Outside the Giant?
Like, oh, God damn it, it's fighting someone again.
I don't know if they're fighting.
And Doug's always getting in fights.
Street fighting Doug.
Yeah. Rolling Stone street fighting his plan.
Third fight this week.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
You're gonna play some games. That's what you're gonna do.
Fuck yeah.
Spark, take a look at this subspace news article. Some fool blew his own face off while cleaning a loaded phaser.
Fascinating, Captain. Was it someone aboard the Enterprise?
No, Spark, it happened in Florida.
All right, so our locations this week, they are Florida, Washington, D.C., District of Columbia, and Oregon. Headline number 1. Romance novelist who wrote How to Murder Your Husband is now standing trial for the fatal shooting of her longtime spouse.
Not a good hell to. Well, she didn't say how to get away with it.
True.
That's true.
How to perform the deed.
I feel like if you're going to murder your spouse, don't write a book about it first. Even if you're not talking specifically.
Yeah, you write the book afterwards like OJ did.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Gotta double check that OJ doesn't live in any of these places now. Headline number 2. Man named Fudge, who was jailed after attacking his mom, is in more trouble with the law after violating the judge's no-contact order when he called her for bail.
Nice. I knew a guy named Fudge. Fudge just passed on.
Is this Fudge a character we've talked about on this game before?
No.
This wasn't the guy that broke into the ice cream parlor or whatever?
No.
Okay.
My name is Fudge. That's all I hear, though.
Fudge was the guy that ran bingo at the Liberty Fire Hall.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a lot of those people in my life when I was like growing up. I guess I just assumed it was a name.
Old Fudge and
Yes.
Sonny and
Fudge and Bud.
and
It's just like a different time.
Yeah.
when people used to call Mike Cope.
Oh, what did they call him?
Fuck. Or was it the guy he hung out with? The guy in the wheelchair.
Oh, that was, yeah, that was... What's his name? What's his fucking name? We talked about him on the show a bunch.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, what is his name?
It'll come up in like 3 days.
Yeah.
It's just how it was for that generation, though. They'd all get together at the hall and get drunk and make up names for each other.
Names, yeah.
I always want to know how you get the name Fudge.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't had a good poop story for a while.
My one grandma used to call everyone Kudo.
Kudo.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was Dick in Croatian.
That's great.
Everyone was Kudo to her.
That is awesome.
Sup, Dick? What was his name? Goddamn.
What's our third headline?
Third headline. Anti-abortion activist tries to explain to the law just how she wound up with 5 fetuses in her fridge.
I actually have heard about this, but I had no idea where it took place.
Whoa, Florida, D.C., and
Oregon.
Oregon.
Ken, as you are the current butterweight champion of the world, name at Florida.
Whoo! I don't know. Trying to remember that dude's name is throwing me off my game, so this may have affected my play here. But I'm going to go ahead and say the fetuses were Florida. The romance novelist was D.C. And Oregon was Fudge.
DMK, what you thinking?
I think Fudge was Florida. And so I think the fetuses were D.C. and Oregon was the novelist.
Good old Dr. Bruce.
I think I agree with Doug. I
We'd
thought the
split
same
this
thing.
title if we won.
Sounds good.
Co-butterweight champion.
We've never had that before. We've never had someone actively agree.
But to cut the trophy in half.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I remember we did have Bruce win once, and then he went back to Los Angeles.
That's how we lost.
So we had to make a new belt.
Yeah.
I forgot about it though. And like 5 years later, you were like, "No, we're taking it away from you."
Yeah.
I didn't even realize I was defending the title.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the winner and new butterweight champions of the world,
Oh, God.
the Dollar Menu Kid and Dr. Bruce.
Okay, now, how does this work? I mean, Commissioner, how does a co-championship work?
Well, I mean, I assume Bruce will show up once in a blue moon.
So
I will have long since lost the title by the time.
Yeah.
And if you win it back, it's just you. So.
Yeah, right. I'll lose it for both of us, but I'll win it back just for me.
I'm just gonna text. It's like it's gone.
Or from now on, whenever I have, we're a
It has
tag
been
team.
lost.
We're a tag team now, so anytime that I hold the title, it's still a split title.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or is it like Freebird rules, where whenever you're both on, only one of you gets to play, and you between the two of you, you've got to decide who plays.
That's a Freebird rule.
Yeah, the Freebirds, because there were 3 of them.
Oh.
The Fabulous Freebirds, and it was like when they defend the tag championships, they decide which 2 were wrestling that night. I don't know why you would ever decide to have Michael Hayes wrestle, but they did.
In his prime, was he any good?
Not really.
No, but
He was just
the
a
math.
showman.
Yeah, he was the one.
Yelling at the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one that people really wanted to see get his ass beat. Well, time for the joke of the week.
Ooh, hang on.
Or
I've got a thing. I've got an actually.
Mm.
Mr. Bruce, I don't know if you've been on while I've been doing actually questions. I'm going to make a statement, and then somebody's got to say actually and correct the inaccuracy in the statement that I make. They usually don't go super well. Okay, this one is a Superman question. While most people know that kryptonite is Superman's biggest weakness, not as many people know that kryptonite comes in many different colors, with varying effects. Classic green kryptonite weakens Superman, pink makes him permanently lose his superpowers, and periwinkle causes him to lose his inhibitions.
Actually, red causes him to lose his inhibitions.
Incorrect.
No, red is permanent,
What color is periwinkle?
I think.
I don't know.
That's actually also incorrect.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, what's the second one you said? Pink is...
Pink makes him permanently lose his superpowers.
Well, yeah, fucking dumbass. But I just didn't know actually without...
I mean, that could have been the thing. Like, oh, it's not pink, it's red, but that's not the case.
No,
No, red makes them all horny and shit.
No, I need to
At least it did in Smallville.
I don't know if that's correct or not.
I don't really know what the different colors do. Is pink the one that makes him... actually, pink is the one that makes him, like, Bizarro?
Nope.
Like, his actions are reversed?
Nope.
Yeah.
Mr. Bruce, do you want to take... Sorry, Dr. Bruce, do you want to take a stab at it?
I don't know what color periwinkle is.
It's like a light blue.
Your mother's a periwinkle.
Periwinkle kryptonite. Why don't I just call it light blue kryptonite?
Yeah. Oh, man, what could it be?
I don't know. Jerry Seinfeld would know.
Actually, periwinkle gives him a venereal disease.
Periwinkle kryptonite just means syphilis. Yeah. Nope.
That's how he explained it to Lois.
Actually, no color kryptonite makes him permanently lose his superpowers.
That's correct. But what does pink do then?
I swear there is one.
I don't know.
Isn't that maybe black? What's black do?
I don't know.
I think black.
That wasn't in the question. You want me to tell you what pink does?
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, pink kryptonite causes Superman to become gay.
That's
and nothing can permanently remove his superpowers.
Really?
black kryptonite is the one that splits him into two.
Ah.
There's one that makes him homosexual?
Yes.
That
And it
would
is
be
a very offensive portrayal. He's all about Jimmy Olsen after he gets zapped by the pink kryptonite.
It's not new?
It's not that new. Let's see.
I mean, comics have been going out of their way to be inclusive to the detriment of comics. So I figured it was like a new way to try to get gay people to read comics.
I wouldn't go that far.
Ooh, actually, they said on the show that there is nothing that will make him permanently remove his powers, but a fan corrected them and said, actually, there is a kryptonite that permanently removes his powers. Gold kryptonite.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah. It removed his ability to process yellow sunlight.
Okay, now we got that figured out. I gotta go back to try and figure out what that guy's fucking name was.
Let me find out when pink kryptonite showed up.
I'm going to give a quick shout out to Mr. Halblove there.
Yeah.
He's our pink kryptonite. Always will be.
Here, in its natural habitat, on a tiny islet off the coast of Belgium, we observe the majestic and elusive joke of the week.
So what are sweaty boobs called? Humidities.
Fuck.
Joke of the week, everybody. Kiss that lava.
Thanks for listening.
But you cannot fuck around with...
You're fired, Adam! You're all washed up in this business.